Mic check 1 2. Welcome to the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. We are pouring libations for Dorothy West. We are recognizing the Republic of Seychelles Independence Day, and we're going to watch a Step Africa performance featuring Chris Styles at the White House for Juneteenth. Make sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Go to the video details for links to anything discussed in the show. Let's go ahead and get this started. 1 2 1 2 3 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers. I see who you are. My morning ritual. Thanks for having me over. Start with audiovisual dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasions a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to watermelon day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1 2 3. Peace. Alright, let's do the mic. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Good morning. Welcome to the morning announcements with Bomani Armah. Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. I am Bomani Armah, and we are 37 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. We are here to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Make sure to like and follow if you're watching on Facebook, and like and subscribe on YouTube. Shout out to my partners broadcasting the morning announcements, including Bloom Bars, Story Tapestries, and Sankofa Video and Books. Go to the link in the description to find out more. Friends, let's get right into our libation. Today's libation is for one Miss Dorothy West. Dorothy West, June 2nd, 1907 to August 16th, 1998, an American novelist and short story writer. She was one of the few Black women writers to be published in major literary magazines in the 1930s and 1940s, known for her short stories and novels that explored the complexities of the Black experience in the United States. West rose to prominence during the Harlem Renaissance. She is best known for her 1948 novel, The Living is Easy, which tells the story of an upper-class Black family and their attempts to climb the social ladder, as well as many other stories and essays about the life of an upper-class Black family. Here's the quote from Dorothy West. I'm a writer. I don't cook. I don't clean. Dorothy West. I'm going to read that again. I'm not sure if we understand how powerful a statement that was for a woman writer who was alive and writing during the Harlem Renaissance. So I'm going to read that again. I'm a writer. I don't cook and I don't clean. Dorothy West. Such a simple quote from a prolific writer, but for a woman coming into a professional writing world during the Harlem Renaissance, this was groundbreaking. Women are expected to do women things. One of my closest friends with an MFA in writing talks often about how academics think only men are writers and women just emote, that the role of a woman is based on the simple mythology of being a helpmate to men who do the real work in writing. Dorothy was having none of that. She was a professional, not a hobbyist. One of the famous things that she said was that writing consumed her, and I am glad that she did not take the time to cook or clean, but instead made her novels and her short stories. Friends, let's pour a libation for the one and only Miss Dorothy West. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flame still flickers. We pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. Honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation is for one Miss Dorothy West. All right. Thank you once again for joining us here for the morning announcements. I want to make sure you understand we are creeping up on Watermelon Day. All right. Watermelon Day is 37 days away. It is Saturday, August 5th, 2023 from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's our annual celebration of summertime, watermelon, and everything red, black, and green, featuring family-friendly performances, featuring yours truly. We got Baba C, we got Black Root. I'm going to tell you the whole list as we come closer to the actual event, but I want to see y'all at Watermelon Day come through wearing your red, black, and green. All right. Other thing I want to make sure you know about is our Honor the Ancestors t-shirt. As you know, the motto for this show is Honor the Ancestors, Prepare the Descendants, and Love Right Now. We want you to get ready and start your Monday through Thursday getting this good, positive RBG energy. Our goal is to keep you motivated as you conquer the world. We honor an ancestor and reflect on the lesson they've taught us. We highlight teaching techniques and opportunities to enlighten and encourage the next generation. We highlight amazing and beautiful things that are happening in our community every day. Remind yourself with the Honor the Ancestor mug or t-shirt. This message isn't just for my RBG family, but the entire human family. See the link in the description and make sure you get your Honor the Ancestors t-shirt. All right, friends, we just got finished reading and learning a little bit about Dorothy. Oh, as a matter of fact, nope, here's what I'm going to do. I think we should go ahead and talk about the country we're going to honor today. Tomorrow is the Independence Day for the Republic of Seychelles. It gained its independence from Britain on June 29th, 1976. As you know, when I want to talk about a country, what I like to do is bringing up my homegirl Elsie Honey and let her play the national anthem of that country while also giving you some facts about the country. So here we go. Coming up next, please listen to Elsie Honey. That was the national anthem of Seychelles. That was Elsie Honey playing their national anthem. And now I want to read for you the lyrics to their national anthem. It was written by David Andre and George Payette. It is called Coste Sicilwe. I am reading an English translation of this, of course, but let me read for you the lyrics to the Seychelles national anthem. Seychelles, our only motherland, where we live in harmony, happiness, love, and peace. We give thanks to God. Preserve the beauty of our country, the riches of our oceans, a precious heritage for the happiness of our children. Live forever in unity, raise our flag, together for all eternity, join together all Seychellois. Friends, that is Coste Sicilwa, which is the national anthem of Seychelles. Happy Independence Day to the people of Seychelles. Thank you very much. All right, now the next thing I want to show you a video of earlier in the program, we poured a libation for Dorothy, Miss Dorothy West. And now I want to play for you a rare interview with Dorothy West. I love hearing her voice and her enthusiasm about being a writer, and I think you'll be blessed by this as well. Here comes Miss Dorothy West.
Oh, well, I think that writing is a compulsion. I had a very good mother and father because my father was quite smart. And my point in saying that is all the other, if my mother and father hadn't supported me, when I say supported me, because everybody said I had my father's brains, whatever that means. And so because my father was a businessman, the family was very disappointed. I never will forget an aunt of mine said to me, I was quite grown. She said to me, the one thing I will never forgive your mother for was because she let you be a writer. Because she meant she let me be a poor writer. If I had been a businesswoman, I could have been, because I remember the biggest quarrel my mother and father, not the biggest quarrel, I remember this quarrel very well, because I remember my mother and father, their mouths fell open. I'd never seen mouths fall open before. They had decided that I was smart. And my father said I was going to be a little businesswoman. And my mother said, no, I was going to be a pianist, we said in those days. And then they argued back and forth. And my father said, she's my child. And my mother said, she's my child. And I never forget, I was 5 years old, and I looked at my father, and I said, I don't belong to you. And I looked at my mother, I said, I don't belong to you, I belong to myself. And I remember they stared at each other, and their jaws dropped. And I'll never forget that because I couldn't understand what had happened to their mouths. I'd never seen that happen before. What's wrong with them? You know what I think? If you want to write, you have to write. You know when I'm the happiest? When I'm writing, when I do something good. I get up and I walk across the floor and I'm very happy. Sometimes my eyes fill with tears. I feel so good. So I always wrote. I guess I wrote my first story when I was 7 years old. My father was proud of it and carried it around and lost it. I was about 14 years old. I remember this very well. I knew the word genius. I knew the word. And I was about 14 years old, and I talked to God all the time. I was kind of smart in school, so my mother knew that I wasn't saying, but some mornings I wouldn't go to school, and she would ask me why. I said, God said I didn't have to go to school. And she would look at me. She was afraid to ask me, I think, too much. I know she yearned to know what God looked like, but she never had the, and she said, Dorothy, are you sure? And I said, yes. And she let me stay home, because she didn't know, what do you say when somebody brings God into a conversation? What can you say? What can you say? All right, honey. When I was 10 years old, I asked my mother if I could lock my door. And she said to me, why do you want to lock your door? Because I want to write stories. I was afraid somebody would come in and talk to me. And when they talk to you, then, of course, it's hard for you to write because you've forgotten. Because this has really happened to me one day. I was working on this book, and all of a sudden, I got so far into their world that I did not know where I was. So I said to myself, now be calm, take it easy, take it easy. And I put on my coat, and I started to walk downtown. And I really prayed that nobody would talk to me. And then I got down, you know where the boat comes in? Then I snapped out of it. But I was so far into that other world that I was afraid that I would never come back to the real world. Well, this I will remember forever. I was in Russia, in Moscow. And I can remember what I wrote. It is September 1st on the island. The white nights will soon begin. Now that was maybe June, when the night is really white. The night is like dawn. I wrote about the island because the last line was, what is this compared to that? Nothing, nothing. But so that there was something about this island. I guess it was made for me. I think when I said that, I think it was the peace I wanted.
That was an interview, a vintage interview with Miss Dorothy West. I am glad that I was able to share that with you. She is such a firecracker. I love how she was able to let her parents know that she was not theirs, that she was her own, that she was going to create her own destiny. That was really powerful for a 5-year-old. I hope you appreciated that interview as well. All right, I'm going to keep this going. I want to give you some really good energy on this Wednesday. So I'm going to show you a performance from one of my my former protege, a good friend of mine, and basically, you know, one of the best artists to come out of Washington, D.C., the one and only Chris Styles Bacon. He was performing with Step Africa, an organization I'm connected with because my sons have been participating in Step Africa since they were 8. They're 17 now. They actually had a performance with Step Africa on Monday, but this is a different Step Africa performance. This is them with my little brother, Chris Styles Bacon, probably the hip-hop laureate of Washington, D.C., and their Juneteenth performance at the White House. Friends, here is Step Africa. You see Joe and Kamala giving them a standing ovation up there in the front. That's my family, Chris Styles Bacon and Step Africa performing at Juneteenth at the White House. That was amazing. That's some good energy to have on Wednesday. All right, there's one thing left for me to do. I have to play the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. Here we go. Friends, that was the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. That is my time. There are 3 things that I want you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. At the count of 3, I need everyone to say peace. Throw up the deuces, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Peace. See y'all tomorrow.
Now melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from D.